YouTube land, what's up? It's your girl Makar from Cougar's Closet. So listen, you are under my House of Taboo tab. And so tonight I am going to be talking about the taboo of African, Afro, Afro-American, Afro-Cuban, all of these things. Hair. There's a taboo with this hair, right? So welcome to the House of Taboo. So y'all, a lot of people, they don't know that Afro hair is a hidden taboo. People are in love with Afro hair. Afro hair has the ability to put people in a trance. And it's definitely a attention seeker, and it definitely steals the show because it gravitates, it puffs out, it demands attention, it does artwork, it makes trees, it does all these things, and people have taboos, infatuations with kinky curly hair. And so I'll never forget this time. Like different cultures, I'll never forget this time. Me and my daughter was out. We was going to Asian restaurant to have a cuisine, and she had her natural hair out, and so she didn't like her natural hair. So she made a comment and said something about she shouldn't have came out the house like this. And when she get back, hold on, something bothered me. I think I see something. Oh, no, that wasn't. Okay. I ain't gonna be out here faking no funk now. Okay. She was saying that she didn't like her hair. That she couldn't wait to get home and straighten it. And so I was telling her, I said, honey, other cultures think your hair is beautiful. She was like, not this mess. And it's real big. So I was just telling her how the Asians are in love with her curly, kinky hair. She didn't believe me. Well, I'm not going to say she didn't believe me. I had just told her that. Soon as we step up in one of the Asian restaurants to get ready to eat, we speak and we say hi. Then the owner of the place says, I love your hair. I looked at her. I said, I told you. I've watched documentaries and different things on YouTube, like in some of these Asian cultures, where they go and have their hair permed short like this, on a small wishbone rod, and they tease it and they fluff it. They go pay to have their hair done like this. They think it is the most beautiful thing they ever seen. So some cultures do really, really love your hair because your hair is hypnotizing. So that's the story for me, right? Like how taboo your hair is, but nobody they don't make love. They don't see it in the daytime, but they go home and make love to it. So there's a name for this tabooish fantasy about attraction to Afro hair. It's called Trichophilia, also referred to as hair fetishism. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Is the erotic attraction to hair. The hair question can be human. And I'm under glamour.com. And it's called Kinks and Fetishes, an A to Z guide. Talking about how taboo your natural hair is. Come on. Kinks and fetishes can feel taboo no matter how much sex positivity exists online. Let me start over. Kinks and fetishes can feel taboo no matter how much sex positivity exists online. Secret scouring the internet for a list of kinks to try with your partner can often feel submissive, and frankly a little uncomfortable. What is going on? What? Oh, okay, wait a minute. Is this about hair? See, they mind being dirty. I thought we was getting somewhere. Let's see what we can find out. Ain't this about nothing? I'm thinking you finna help me talk about something you ain't. I'm gonna end up taking Google out to the shed and putting them down. Now here comes some X-rated stuff. If someone is aroused by a woman's pubic bush, what you call it a fetish or a perversion? See, y'all, this thing just takes me everywhere. But since you want to go down here and get folks on the channel aroused, oh God, I don't even know if I can say some of this mess on here. I'm trying to talk to y'all. Fetish for Afro black hair. This is horrible. Let's see if we can find something under here. How to manage trichophilia or a hair fetish. We might be on to something now. Trichophilia, also known as a hair fetish, is when someone feels sexually aroused or attracted by human hair. Here we go, baby. Because I get around. This can be any type of human hair, such as chest hair, armpit hair, or pubic hair. However, the most common focus for this attraction seems to be human head hair. Like, I'm turned on reading it. Trichophilia can present as a long or short hair fetish, hair pool fetish, or hair fetish, among others. A sexual preference involving hair is not uncommon. It's perfectly fine as long as you're not hurting other people. While the actual percent of people who have trichophilia is unknown, it is a fetish that both men and women can develop. I'm telling you, and it make you feel some other things in other places. I know something about it too. How you know I know they out there? How you know they know I'm in here? Like, we go over how it can show up, the ways people experience this type of fetish, and how to live with it. What are the specifics? Trichophilia is a type of paraphilia. According to board-certified psychiatrist Dr. Margaret Seed, a paraphilia is an erotic focus on anything other than genitalia or a consenting adult human partner. Paraphilia or fetishes is actually more common than you might think. According to 2016 study, nearly half of 1,040 participants expressed interest in at least one common paraphilic category. Trichophilia can manifest in a variety of ways. An individual with trichophilia would derive sexual pleasure from viewing, touching, and in rare cases, eating hair. Now, I can't eat no hair now. It turns me on, but I can't eat it. It do turn me on. It do give me a feeling. It can make me execute. It can make me shoot off. But I don't eat the hair. How you gonna have some fur balls? I can't have no fur balls. Most individuals with trichophilia report being drawn to hair since childhood and being drawn to shampoo commercials which feature hair approximately explained side. I was always attracted to them L'Oreal commercials and how they was throwing that hair around and all of this mess. Not even knowing half the time that the daggum hair was wigs. I really thought the hair was doing this. For some people, it was on the commercials, but I really did love those commercials. Most individuals with trichophilia report being drawn to hair since childhood and being drawn to shampoo commercials, which explains hair prominently explains suede. They are usually attracted to specific type of hair. For example, trichophilia triggers can include hair that is long and straight, hair that is curly, hair of a particular color, hairstyled in a specific manner such as rollers, manipulating hair in a certain way during sex such as baby no. She also points out for some people just touching the hair can bring a person to an orgasm. Who are they talking about? Are they talking about me or you? Are they talking about me or you? Or are they talking about them? Or are they talking about y'all? Who are they talking about here? Who can have an orgasm just by... Who can do something like that? You ever heard of that? That's insane. People just make up anything, don't they? Where is that? Yeah, let me read that again. Read that again. She also points out for some people just touching their hair can bring a person to an orgasm. Dr. Gail Sauce, Associate Professor of Psychiatry at the New York Presbyterian Hospital, Weill Cornell Medical College, come on now, says a hair fetish can involve any type of color, texture, or aspect of hair. It can also involve any form of interaction with hair, such as looking, touching, or grooming. How does it make you feel? The symptoms of trichophilia or how it makes you feel depend on the type of hair and situations that cause arousal. This can be different for each person, but in general, having a hair fetish really just means you get erotic pleasure from the object in case human hair. Is it a crime that I want to touch my hair? That means you could get a pleasure from getting a haircut. Yeah, because it feels fresh and cold. Or if you experience erotic sensation while watching a shampoo commercial. Baby, I can't watch no shampoo commercial, baby, and see the hair falling all in the fresh lather and stuff going all over the place and folks smiling and massaging their hair and, oh, baby. Regardless of your preference, if you find hair erotic, Salt says, it's generally not a problem. It's just one of many things humans enjoy as a part of their sexual life. That said, she points out that if hair needs to be the number one source of erotic stimulation in order to achieve sexual gratification, then the fetish has turned into something more serious. Wait a minute. Say what now? That said, she points out that if hair needs to be number one source of erotic stimulation in order to achieve sexual gratification, then the fetish has turned into something more serious. What do they mean? Maybe I should get ready to get off of here. If trichophilia goes beyond a normal sexual presence and calls to distress yourself and others, a doctor may diagnose you with a paraphilia disorder. What is going on here? This is really turning upside down. According to most recent edition of the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, people with paraphilia disorder will feel personal distress about their interests, not merely distress resulting from society's approvals. Have a sexual desire or behavior that involves another person's psychological distress, injuries, or death, or a desire for sexual behavior involving unwilling persons unable to give legal consent. What are they talking about? I don't know about... Sway says trichophilia is considered a disorder when it brings dysfunction to daily life or distress to the individual. In psychiatry, we call this In psychiatry, we call this ego stonic, which means that it is no longer in alignment with a person's belief system or in accordance with what they want for themselves, she explained. As an example, swayed would be if a person began to act on urges to touch their hair of a non-consenting person. Now I ain't going this far. Okay, now I was getting lost. Now yeah, they talking about some of these other folks, the different kinds. Cause I was like, wait a minute, I'm reading it, but I ain't knew nothing about this. So they talking about other people. Like if you go, like other people hair don't turn me on. My hair turned me on. So yeah, I was trying to figure out who they was describing because they had me kind of nervous. Like, damn, the show took a turn for the worse. I ain't even. What is they talking about? Okay, I only get turned on by touching this right here. This me, baby, and then maybe one more person. Yeah. Well, that's enough of it anyway. Wait a minute. Yeah. An example says sway would be if a person began to act on urges to touch the hair of a non-consenting person. The drive to act on a fetish can be quite strong and unfortunately at times can override a person's better judgment, she adds. As a result, Sway says it can bring considerable shame and anguish to the person and they feel tormented or even disgusted by their thoughts. When trichophilia starts to interfere with daily obligations. See, I didn't know people was this going off of it like it was that. I know it's out here and I know people do love it, but I didn't know to what degree. When trichophilia starts to interfere with daily obligations, Sway says it's an indication that it's become a disorder. For example, someone with this type of paraphilic disorder may start showing up late to work because they spend excessive amount of time on fetish websites. At that point, it has crossed over into being a pathological condition that is disruptive to life and leading toward unwanted consequences. Like, see, this thing is dangerous. Like, people can't get in their car and go where they supposed to go because they still combing their heads or they in love with something. If trichophilia changes from a fetish to a disorder, there are things you can do to reduce the urges and better manage the condition. Since there is no cure for trichophilia, Sway says treatment will focus on management of the condition. That said, she points out that the treatment is only recommended if condition leading to disruption in your life or you feel tormented by the urges. I didn't know nobody had no urges about no hair now, other than the fact, like a little urge with it, but not like all out in public, like losing their mind. See, I'm telling you, this hair can make people go into trance. I'm telling you, baby, I've seen some stuff. Even up over my head, I'd have witnessed some stuff. If you're acting on these desires with the confines and consensual relationship with another adult who is not bothered by these driven interventions isn't indicated, she explains. However, if trichophilia is causing problems or you have a diagnosis of disorder, Sway says there is a few options for treatment. Self-help groups, medication. Bottom line, trichophilia is a sexual fetish involving human hair. As long as no one gets hurt physically or emotionally and practice between consenting adults, experts say it can be an enjoyable part of a sex life. Like me and my husband, we can experience this. If the fetish is we might not, cause baby, I look up, I can't even get to work on time with this fetish. This some Prince stuff. When Prince be on stage with his shirt off and them bell-bottom pants on and them boots, and he got the microphone, and he put his hair up like that, baby. See, he got something going in. So maybe we better not do that on the days I gotta go to work. With the foreplay, cause I might end up, late for work, then that would be considered a disorder. So maybe we shouldn't. On the days I'm off, we could add that. A little little package plan. Trichophilia is a sexual fetish involving human hair. As long as no one gets hurt physically or emotionally and is practiced between two consenting adults, experts say it can be an enjoyable part of your sexual life. If the fetish is interfering with your daily activities or relationships or causing harm to someone else, consider seeing a mental health professional. They have tools to diagnose and treat trichophilia. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's what I was telling y'all. So we're under the house of taboo and fetishes, so we're gonna be learning about a lot of these fetishes that y'all didn't even know existed. Welcome to the house of taboo. Mwah. Cougar's Closet.